Steve asked to do what's popularly known in the mixto world as an AMF, audio smother,
Okay. Good.
And so that's kind of his send off
I love
to
that.
you. It's not typical.
Adam and I have to share a microphone, so this is yay.
I was thinking, I thought that was a bowling place, so it took me a second.
You know what's funny about
Oh my God.
Adios Mother Blanca, right? So, to my knowledge, it has everything in it, right? So that's perfect for Chrissy because I know,
Essentially, yes, yeah.
she's gonna get drunk, she's gonna get blackout drunk. Let's do it, right? Then you can ghost, right? Can I tell you, when I was on vacation, this is gonna sound weird. We were actually around some young kids in Cabo, like 18, 19, 20 years old, and are they not calling it Adios Mother Blanca anymore? They were calling it a bye-bye. And I'm like, wait a second. How politically correct have we gotten?
No.
That's the name of the drink.
That's terrible.
Ugh,
that's terrible. You can't just change the name. This is a modern day classic, if you will.
That's like being like, they're trying to make it sound so it's not offensive. Like, oh, we don't want to cuss. We're too pure and we like kale and
I have heard people just refer to it as an AMF, right? Which fair enough.
Or just an adios.
Yeah, or just an adios. That's also fair.
So is there like some sort of twist to make it unique, or is it pretty much a standard drink no matter where you go?
It's funny because in the mixology world, there's a lot of standard cocktails that a mixologist or a good bartender will know that if you ask for it at your regular bar, wherever that might be for you, the bartender's going to look at you funny like you're an idiot for even asking me for that, right? And they may say, yeah, I've heard of that, but I don't have those ingredients or whatever the old the bunch of excuses they're going to give you is. However, at pretty much any bar, this drink, they'll know it, and they'll probably have the ingredients for it. While they may vary slightly, they'll have the ingredients for it. The one twist that I will add to it is something that I preach on the morning when I'm on with the guys is fresh lemon juice. So what you're going to typically get in this drink in a Long Island or an AMF in any bar is a bottled sour mix, which is trash for the most part, So we're going to use fresh lemon juice and simple syrup, and we're going to make our own sour mix, which will make this drink that's not something I typically make, but it will make it the best one, hopefully, you've ever had. That's the idea between it.
That's typically
the commitment.
The times that I've been able to stop in and sample in the morning, it's always been among the best I've ever had. So I mean that's no different. So I guess let's get going on this.
Let's do it.
What do we got for her?
We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in the studio. Four people in the studio. Maybe 4 people in the studio.
Let's go with 4.
Let's go with 3.
We've got an intern, and we're not going to corrupt her.
Oh, not yet?
I haven't checked her
That's
ID.
Terrible.
But
That's terrible.
But you know what? We make a 5th because I'll go run and get the Markness, which may mean you need a 6th, 7th, and 8th for him.
Or the Marcus is going to run in here about 3
any
seconds
second
from now.
I'll just look out the window.
Actually, you know what? Do you have enough to make a couple more?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. It looks like you have a lot.
I've
Adam's going to have to carry this because I have to actually get a couple of people.
Okay, go get
because
some
I think
people.
someone
I got
else
enough-
needs a
I got
drink.
enough my Modelo cups here.
Yeah.
Keep it classy.
Let me go invite some people.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Party.
Now, I think what Steve is saying is he's going to get people that need to loosen up around here, and he's going to go make them drink at some point.
So I'm gonna make that these are things you should be able to do for yourself at home. Like it's not difficult to do, but I'm gonna teach you the right way to do it, right? Because often people take a shortcut. They'll go and they'll grab the pre-made crap from the store, and it's not difficult to do it yourself, and it makes the drink so much more enjoyable. As I think the listening audience is hearing today, is that it's so simple.
I would try to make it. I'm not sure I could get the.
Yeah, well, I got as close to the Duke Blue as I could for you.
Wow, yeah.
How thoughtful is that?
It is. I knew. I got that.
By the way, if this happened all the time, oh boy, this is
You already
good.
done?
No.
You already pounded through one? Oh, there's a second one for her. Oh, the
No, if
the
we
next
had-
2 hours are going to be dynamite.
If we had JR on regularly, Chrissy probably wouldn't be leaving.
Damn it! We never nailed it.
This is
That
our
was the
fault.
missing link on the show.
It's clearly our fault that she's
Oh,
gone.
goodness.
We blew it. We blew
Thank
it.
you, sir.
So
Wow.
JR's on Twitter. You're on Twitter. What's the handle?
At JR Starkus, Starkus.
Is it annoying if people just reach out to you to ask for drink advice?
No, not at all. I'm happy to do it. People have reached out before, like, hey, I have a budget of $500. I'm looking for a whiskey or whatever, or some whiskeys. I'm happy to answer those questions. Or if you have a cocktail question, I'll answer it for sure.
I need advice because the SO has assigned Casa de Cofield as a home for a tiki party this weekend.
Oh, boy.
And she was making drinks over the weekend. She's like, I'm going to use you as a guinea pig. And I'm like, I don't like this. It wasn't good. No, she's usually pretty good, but she needs. I have no idea, but I'll reach out to you, and we're gonna nail it because it was gross.
Yeah, sorry. Sometimes it's a simple tweak, right? You know, the idea could be there, but maybe there's too much sugar and not enough acid or any acid at all. So like little tweaks can take the whole drink and turn it around into something that's very palatable and delicious. Like if I left the lemon juice out of that drink and I just put the simple syrup in, it would be too sweet and you'd be like, this is disgusting. But just the addition of lemon juice it makes a big difference.
How difficult is it for you to go to like a party and just be like, oh, what are these people doing?
There's so many funny stories that I have from being behind the bar. Right? Just like I did a training one time, and this is a perfect example of how people think, right? I talk about using fresh juice all the time, fresh lemon juice, fresh lime juice, etc. And then obviously the staple behind every bar that you'll find for like fresh lime juice would be Rose's lime juice, which is the opposite of fresh, of anything. And I was doing a training for a group one time at the property, which will be nameless.
Nameless.
Yes, thank you.
How many of you had?
I was drinking on the way. But when I was asking for the stuff for all the setup, I said, okay, well, where's the limes? The lime juice. I need lime juice because that was part of the list I had given him. And he's like, oh, I forgot the lime juice. I said, yeah. So if I could get some fresh lime juice, he said, okay. And he puts up a bottle of Rose's lime juice for me. And I said, no, I was looking like for fresh lime juice. And he said, it's not even open yet. I was like, all right, do you have whole limes that I could use? Like that's mentality. So sometimes when you tell people, you know, that to do things fresh, they just think that if they're making it like right now, that's fresh. No, it's not. That's not what I mean. I mean like using fresh ingredients, you know, so it's a bit of an interesting caveat when I go and I'm like, my favorite drink is a margarita, right? I'll go to a Mexican restaurant. I'll say, hey, do you squeeze fresh lime juice or do you use fresh sour mix or whatever? Like, yes, they're fresh. And then I see the bottle come out. I'm like, that's not fresh.
And they'll be like, you think you're better than me?
Yes.
That's not fresh. I'll have a beer. I'll have a Modelo. Thank you. And we'll go from there. Or shot of tequila, and we'll go from there.
Well, there you go. Well,
this made me so happy. This is like an Aqua Velva. That's a shout out to Clay Baker. It's our drink from Zodiac.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Zodiac killer movie. Yep. I know that made me sound weird, but
do want to learn more, JR. How could they do that?
So obviously there's the Twitter that I just handed out. We also, with Southern Glazers Wine and Spirits, we have an Instagram and a Facebook at SGWS Academy. And on that Instagram and that Facebook, we post a lot of stuff for events that we're doing in the building or outside of the building, teaching, courses, classes. And it's not just spirits. It's beer, it's wine, it's sake. It's anything, basically a potable beverage that you can think of. We have an expert in the field and in the building that can teach on it, and we do teach on it. Some of the classes that we offer are for a nominal fee, but some are completely free. And so you just show up and have a good time. You know, there's plenty of stuff like that, events, UNLVino, et cetera. Like all those events are run by us and thrown by us. So you come, taste, learn, get us on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, and we'll answer the questions. If you shoot them to us, we'll help you.
Do you judge us for having drank the natural light strawberry lemonade beer in here one day?
You know what? No, I saw that, and I know I don't, because like there's something out there for everybody, and sometimes they're good, man. You know, it's like one of my favorite things. Like there's the Modelo Micheladas mix. Like not something I would typically order, but they're delicious.
That's Cofield. That's Cofield style right there.
Well, maybe this is some advice for Adam. I don't know what Adam's going to do. He's going on an all-inclusive to Mexico in a couple of weeks, so I just came back from one. I had a day where I decided to start with micheladas and back it up with mudslides.
I did hear that story when I was listening one day, and I was driving. I almost got in a car accident because I was like, how can somebody do that? Like, it's just like even the thought to me is like a bad idea. And so as somebody who is in the industry and is drinking or consuming or doing something with alcohol every single day, like that just makes me nauseous from the get-go. I'm like, dude, how does it, like nothing about that even pairs up. I used to work for Rick Moonen and at RM Seafood back in the day, and I would always blow my mind because that's a fish restaurant. People would go there for fish, and then they would order either a chocolate martini or a Bloody Mary before dinner. I'm like, I don't. That doesn't makes no sense in my head. But hey, whatever, to each his own. And but if you get sick, then you know that's probably had it coming. You know.
Fantastic stuff. Good times for sure.
Thank you so much. I feel like I'm going to cry.
Best of luck to you. Best of luck to you wherever you end up.
Yes.
In North Carolina.
Thank you very much, J.R. Starkus. Make sure you follow him and check out his stuff. We'll continue on Chrissy's last show. It might be a very weird show from here on out.